Hey y'all. If you are on this replay, do me a favor. Quick hit that like button. And if somehow you got this replay and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. Let me grab the live on my other phone so I can see the chat. Hold on. Oh, I need to come from a different account so I can make sure I see everybody's comment, even the people who have been blocked off my channel, and we don't know how to unblock them somehow. Somehow YouTube has them blocked for whatever reason. I don't know. We can't figure it out. So I just go live from a different account. I'm not go live, but I get my chat from a different account so that I can see everybody's comment. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, and I gotta ask y'all too if y'all been having any issues with this one particular glitch in YouTube, so y'all can tell me once y'all get in here. Okay, if you are in the live, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, please. If you're here, can you please hit the like button? I would appreciate it. It's like a exchange thing. Like if I come live and if you watch, it's like the like button is like acknowledgement that you're in the chat. So all you got to do is just like hit that like button. Easy, easy peasy, free, free. Hey, blessings, blessings. The Starbucks man. The Starbucks man. What you talking about? What you talking about, Blessing? Bless, I'm glad you're here because you're one of the channels. I have 3 channels. I have Fees Real Reaction, The Fabulous Life of Natalie, and Blessing Hot Topics. And for some reason, YouTube would not allow me. It allowed me to like y'all's lives, but it won't allow me to comment in your live. I mean, not lives. I can comment on your lives. I can comment on your posts. I can't comment on your shorts. Like I was watching your shorts and your little pictures. You was looking so cute on Blessings. So I can like the shorts, but it won't let me comment. Like nothing happens when I hit that button. Like I can hit it and it just won't click on to the next thing. So it's doing that to 3 different channels, y'all. Blessing Hot Topics, Fees Real Reaction, and Fabulous Life of Natalie. So I'm so irritated with that. Today I worked like, man, like 15, 20 minutes trying to not, what do you call it? Delete the app and then reinstall it, and that did not help. It didn't help. So I don't know what's really going on with it, y'all. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me it won't let me comment on y'all stuff, and that sucks because I be wanting to let y'all know that I'm there. I know a lot of people feel like T1000 always say, I don't always leave a comment. So I always look at people's content, but I leave a like, but I don't comment. So T1000 is always saying that, and that's fine. A lot of people do that. That's, of course they do it because of the numbers will show that they do it. But I just personally like to leave a like and a comment. And so that's irritating. If it's not anything for me to leave a comment on, but like if you got like cute pictures and all that kind of stuff, I want to comment on that. Hey, pretty little butterfly, thanks for coming in. So yes, if anybody, I gotta ask later once more people might come in. Ask them, have y'all had that problem at all? Where you go over to somebody's what do you call it? Not post, the shorts, and you can only like it but you can't comment. Like y'all, let me know if y'all having that problem. Let me know if y'all having that problem, because I'm sick of it. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I guess I would try to call YouTube. Maybe not call, but chat with them and ask them like what's going on, because I haven't talked to YouTube about it. I only like tried to Google it and let it walk me through it. I tried pulling up YouTube videos and everything. They said clear the, is that called a cache or something? They said clear the cache. I tried that. They said delete it, reinstall it. They said, what else did they say? What else did I do? I deleted, reinstalled it. I forgot, it was like a third thing. It was either a third thing that I tried or a third thing that they said was, oh yeah, they were saying that the person might have the comments off. And I was like, they don't have the comments off. I see where other people are able to leave their comments. And then they said it might be made for kids. No, it's not made for kids. The other comments are there and it's not kid content. So yeah, I'm mad about that. I gotta try to get it fixed. Who is that in there? Who said that? No, thank you. I appreciate that. Floating my heart. Thank you, no. Thanks. Blessing said, remember I told you guys that this dude wanted to take me on the first date to Starbucks? And I declined, and y'all called me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I did. Oh yeah, that okay. That Starbucks guy. Yeah. Oh, you said that in relation to the topic, dating someone you're not into. Oh, Noodle said, "Hey, got my chat. Hey, no, good to see you in the chat. We're about to have a topic in a minute. I was just trying to give people a few more minutes to get the notification. Dating someone you're not into. Dang, who was it that got this topic? I'm always screenshotting. Was it Omar? And then I get on the phone. Did I write? No, I didn't write down the person. Dang, let me see if I have it in this phone. Oh, it was Omar. I screenshot on this phone. It was Omar. Omar said, "Is it possible for me to be with someone I don't love but loves me and still stay?" So that's what Omar said. So I hope Omar makes it in here, or I hope he catches the replay because we're about to talk about it. Of course, I said, like I said, I do remember doing crazy stuff like that when I was younger, like especially like at my like early 20s or so. I used to always do stuff like that, but I've graduated from being that type of person, and I don't really know why I did it. I couldn't think, like, I couldn't put the mindset to my mind now. So I'm like, I don't know why. Why was I doing it? I don't know. So of course I went to go get the information on what I thought might be the reason why some people might do that. Okay, they might feel like that's well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the reasons why people may do that in an isolated incident, or they might do it habitually. Okay, we're gonna talk about those habitual people who seek people who to date people that they really are not into. With the T1000 you in, I just finished mentioning you. Let me see. Caitlin made it in. T1000 made it in. I'm glad y'all made it here, y'all. We're about to talk about, I hope y'all be able to stay so that y'all can have this discussion about dating someone you're not into. So I was hoping Omar would be here, but he might come in a little bit later. So I'm just going to give it like, let's give him like 7 more minutes. But T1000, I was asking everybody before you came in. I was asking, do you have the situation going on with YouTube where like I have like Blessing Hot Topics, Fee's Real Reaction, and Fabulous Life of Natalie. And what's kind of weird, I don't know if I think I am a moderator on Blessing's new page, and that's weird because both because all 3 of them are moderators for. But what's weird is that first it wouldn't let It's Grandma's World click on the comment section, right? It wouldn't let me click on the comment section. And I thought that was weird. So I was like, okay, well, whenever I really want to comment, I'll go over there and get your big ass up, right? So I went over there to get your big ass up. And now they have that channel where I can't comment. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I didn't try it from my other channel. I don't know what happened with that, but I don't feel like doing all of that. I gotta go get a special phone and all that kind of stuff. So, and then plus I don't too much I don't put that phone in this algorithm. So I don't know what that is. So I want to know if anybody else was having a problem with YouTube. Do you have any channels that is an issue with you commenting on it? And this started like maybe about 2 months ago. And it started with Fee's channel. Then it went over to Natalie's channel. And then now I was doing Blessing's channel. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Let me see. Let me get in this live. Which phone did I have? Oh, I'm in the live on this phone. Okay, let me see. Blessing said, okay, I got that. Nunu made it in. Caitlin and T1000. Oh, wait. Hold on. Norma? Do I have that right? I said I know I was going to have a hard time trying to remember. Is it Norma? Let me know. I'm trying to remember. I hope I said the right name. Let me know. Oh, my nose is itchy. This nose it's going to itch as soon as I go on live. I don't know what I got to look up what causes that. T1000 said, comment or people's content. No, like it won't. This is what it won't let me do. Like if somebody is live, I can comment. If they make a post, I can comment. But if they do a short, I can like it, but I can't comment. So anybody else been having a problem? Because that is like the weirdest thing to me. And it's getting more and more irritating. It was more irritating now because at first it was a lot to have to go to another page to comment. But now my other page won't let me comment from that page either. And I don't know what it is. I'm just probably going to have to end up talking to YouTube, but I don't know. Um, oh, look at it. YouTube, I mean, not StreamYard, but yeah, YouTube has a little thing that comes up that says add a Q&A sticker. Darius, you made it in? Okay. No, not you, Darius. I'm talking about, I was talking to Ramona Reese. I could have swore she gave me Norma as the name to call her for short. It was Ramona, but I think she said, I don't know. Help me out, Ramona. Norma, right? That's what I thought. Okay, so I was right. Okay, I thought I was right. I knew it was gonna be hard for me to remember two names. I knew I recognized her when she come in, but then when she gave me that second name, I was like, "Oh, now I got to remember two names. I don't know how good I'm gonna do with that." Darius, I know that was not you. Let me see. T1000 said, "No, I haven't had that problem. It happened once under yours about a month or so ago. Not nothing recent." Yeah, now that's really weird. Now they did try to say if you're a person that uses a lot of emojis. I was like, I do not use a lot of emojis. Like, you know how they don't want they like if people put a lot of emojis, even in live stream, they'll hold a comment. But I don't. I mean, I do use emojis, but not like a lot of repeated ones. Like I know not to do that. So that's weird. Look at Saret made it in. Um, you thought the comments were off. Now the comments on my channel, if a child is in it, the comments are turned off now. But no, this is like regular. This is regular. So I don't know what's going on with that. Blessed say hello everyone coming in. Of course I'm driving, picking up my son and nephew from football practice. Okay, okay. Safe travels. Safe travels. Yes. Let me see. Sweat said, hold on. Oh my God. Y'all be trying to see if I could just see. Sweat said, yes, tapping it in on this live before I fall asleep. Okay, all right. Blessing said, Gamma, I'll check my studio too. Yeah, check it. But I just don't think that's the thing because it happened to you, Fee, and Natalie. That's just too weird. But check it. You can check it for me. Check it for me and we'll see. 21000 said, that's what that's what you told me when that oh, I told you then that's what it was. Oh, it was kids content. Okay, yeah, if it's kids content, those are going to be turned off. But that's going to be turned off for everybody. This is showing me that her comments are on. It's not like faded out, like that little symbol is not faded out. It's showing me that her comments are on, but just that I can't comment on it. So that's what the weird thing is about it. Saret said, y'all go ahead and hit the like button. Caitlin said, hey, Hot Topics. Yes, y'all. Okay, so we are 1 minute till start. We're about to have this topic about dating someone you're not into. Okay, so I got questions written down too that I'm gonna ask y'all when it's time. So hopefully y'all will be able to participate in the chat. Like I know when I have some topics, I want y'all to like engage in the questions, but some people don't feel comfortable, and that's understandable. So if y'all feel comfortable, go ahead and engage in the topics. Okay. Okay, so first thing we're gonna talk about why we do it and what does it mean when we do it. Why do people seek out people? And maybe sometimes the person seeks you out. I guess you don't have to be the person seeking. But why do you either seek people or allow people to get your attention knowing you're not into them? Okay, we'll talk about that. Let me see. Darius said, let me see what Darius said. Darius said, I've kicked it with lady. I wasn't. Oh, okay, hold on. Dang, it jumped. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. I kicked it with ladies I wasn't serious about being in a relationship with. Sometimes they grow on you. Oh, okay. It's fine as long as the communication is good. Okay, so Darius said he just had like a friend. So the intention may not have been there in the beginning. And then you saying like maybe one person grew fonder of you and you weren't feeling that way to move in that direction where you really liked them as a friend, but then after so long they start to grow on you and then things are different. But if they grow on you, that means you're not like really being in a relationship with them, not being into them. That means they grew on you. They grew on you though, right, Darius? Tell me. Let me see. Hi, Goddess. Hey, Queen. Miles in chat. Thanks for coming in. Tell me, Darius. Okay, so we're talking about why we do it. What does it mean? Okay, these are some of the reasons. Some people that do that, they are just like flat out lonely. They're lonely people. So they want to just go with the flow of picking up anybody, or like just having a relationship with anybody. They're just bored, and so they're not really interested in trying to be compatible with them. They are just bored and trying to have something to do. So they're being lonely, bored, and it could be the fear of being alone. Like they could like literally say, okay, I'm just sick of being single. So therefore, I'm just gonna get somebody. The first person I run into, I'm just gonna try to have a relationship with them to some degree, because I'm just sick of being lonely and bored and being alone, single. Okay, so that's the person who's seeking out that person. Those are some reasons why they might do that. So people are lonely. When they're lonely, they'll lower their standards. Not saying that the person they're with is of low standards, but whatever it is that they're usually attracted to, they'll lower that, that standard that they usually have for what they really like, because of being lonely. So okay, they lower the standard that they have, that what they prefer. They'll lower that just so they can prevent from being lonely. So like so far, all of that point to me that it's more of an issue with the person who's doing that than the person that they do it to, right? So, okay, this is the first question, y'all. Have you ever stayed with someone just to avoid being alone? Like if you just sick of being single, have you ever just like got with a person because you just don't want to like necessarily be single? You might have friends that everybody with the person with they have their person, and you sick of being a third wheel or something. Let me know in the chat if y'all have ever had that happen to y'all in y'all lifetime. I know I have done that. I don't think I did it so I won't be alone. I probably did it because I was just going with the flow. And we'll talk later about like not want to like just like hurt somebody's feelings who is interested in you. So y'all let me know in the comments about that question. And then the second question is, do you think society makes being single feel like something is wrong with you? Okay? Goddess said, nope, no ma'am, I never did that. I never did that. Okay, that's good, Goddess. I was immature, probably in like when I was around 18, 19, 20, and I just didn't, I don't know. If people were my friends, they were just my friends. And most of the people I ever talked to really were my friends first. So I wasn't looking for no standard at all. And they just happened to be somebody I probably later had a relationship with. And then I probably wasn't. And then I found out later that I'm not into them as being a partner. I was into them as being a friend. So yeah. So let me see. Are you sad you won't be getting EBT next month? It's just one. This is not the days. This is not the day because I'm having a topic. That's why it's hard for me to come over here at this time of night when I know these people are gonna come in, and I know I'm trying to have a topic because I want to start talking crazy on the topic nights. I'm trying to have control. So I'm gonna have control. Okay, Darius said, do you mean live with them or just had a situationship? Like anything. Like, well, I would say either one, because like you can not live with somebody and have a relationship with them. So it would be, it would include anybody you have a relationship with. Let me see. Hey, Mick said, I don't know about society, but some people in relationships will make it seem like something wrong with being single, right? Like people might say like, like I know a lot of in the old days it was like crazy if you weren't married. Like you've been with that person for 4 or 5 years and y'all not married, something wrong with that picture, kind of like thing. And so, but even though I think people are normalizing being not married so much nowadays, but what are people? What is society saying about people who just are either deciding to be single or are just by chance they're just single? They're just not seeking anything, nothing's coming their way. If society is like trying to project something, got to be wrong with you if you're single. Like people have that same thing about being married. Like if you got a divorce, something had to be wrong with you. And Lord, don't have 2 or 3 divorces. Something had to be wrong with you. When that is, I know firsthand that is not always the situation. I was not going to stay with my kid's dad if he didn't want to be a proper dad. It had nothing to do with our relationship. My second husband passed away. That had nothing to do with that. And if my third husband did not feel like he should mature to a certain degree at that time, was totally fine because we had a big age difference. I was older than him and I can't fault him for that, but that's all to me justifiable reasons to get a divorce. So I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with me. I feel like I just am going to recognize what the situation is and react act on it, put action to it. I'm gonna end on a cordial basis before it gets worse. That's what I think. Let me see. Big said, yes, that's a stigma. If you're single, something is wrong. Yes. Hey, Brosia, how you doing? Yes. Okay, so okay, then what's the emotional cost? Let's talk about what the emotional cost is. The emotional energy gets drained because you are performing. You're like performing all the time. So even if you're the person that's with, we always think about poor, the person who's that you're not into, that how we feel sorry for them or whatever. But if you're with a person like that, it's going to drain your energy because you're going to constantly be performing. You're not going to be able to be like honest with the whole situation because you're not really into the person. So you got to really look at that. Like, do you want to be in that situation always where you got to be performing and trying to make things work and seem right when you're not even feeling right in the relationship? So we got to think about that. Ambrosia said, can't date someone I'm not into. Right. I don't think I can. At this age, I probably did a little bit back then because I didn't have like any like a lot of long-term thoughts when I was like in my 20s or whatever, 20s or anything. Like at that time, but like now because I'm not, I can't be jumping in and out of relationships. So now I have a different mindset. So I definitely cannot date anybody that I'm not into. I wouldn't be able to do that. Y'all can put in the chat if y'all able to do that or not. Okay, so over time, this can lead to resentment. Like you'll start resenting the person will start resenting you. You'll start feeling guilty, or both of y'all could actually start having anxiety about it. You have anxiety about having to be in that situation. They have anxiety because they know how you feel, but they feel a certain way about staying in that relationship, knowing that they care more about you than you care about them. Let me see what Darius said. Oh no, Caitlin said, it's too much work. Yeah, it seemed like it would be easy to do that, but it seemed like it'd be too much work. I don't think I had that kind of energy now in my life. Let me see. Darius said, I pop let me see, I pop women if I had no plans. Hold on, I think you probably trying to say something else. Women if I had no plans to be in a relationship with. I think most men have, but treat treat courting different because I plan on different results. Okay, I could get that. Mick said dating someone you don't that you're not into is like a chore, right? It's like a chore. Like, you're gonna just be feeling like you really don't want to do it. It's so unfair for both of y'all. It's not even only unfair for the person that you're doing it to. It's really unfair for you too, because who want to be in a relationship where it gotta feel like a chore? Like, what's the point of that? Let me see. Ambrosia said, Ambrosia said, I like the thrill of dating, but I'll also be single for a long periods of time before I date someone that's not for me. That's how I am. I've been single forever. I might have been married 3 times, but I've been single since 2010. Like, this is a long haul. I'm looking like, at first I was like, oh, that feel crazy not being married. Then I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of, it could be okay being married, but I don't want to stay like this. Then it got to be like, okay, I got to find somebody to get married to. I don't want to just be by myself like this. Then now I'm just more in the state of, it's so much freedom in it that I enjoy the freedom. I'm not ruling it out, but I enjoy the freedom at the same time. And then I'm looking at, like if I look at people and they having problems in their relationship, I really don't have time for no problems and stuff like that. Like, I don't be having no issue with myself. And so I can't imagine having day-to-day situations where problems could be coming up unnecessarily. And I ain't even got to have that in my life. So I don't know. I gotta think on it. Darius said, put your glasses on. I know. One day I'm gonna put the glasses on. I got like 6, 7 pairs of glasses. I'm putting one of them on one day. Let me see. And bro just said, single doesn't mean lonely, right? That's what you learn. When you first single, I kind of think like single means single. But single does not mean lonely. It does not mean lonely. It's like a whole different, I don't know what you call it, but it's like not lonely. It's not lonely, but it don't mean that you wouldn't want a companion, but it don't mean that you're lonely by yourself either. Let me say, bro just said, agreed. It's not fair to either of you. Yes. If you don't really like the other person. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we talked about it being guilt, causing resentment, causing both of y'all anxiety, all that unnecessary stuff. I just can't see it. But the other person consensus sometimes, and that could lead to insecurity or like you know, confidence. It can scar their whole confidence in it, like because they start internalizing that as a personal thing, like it has something to do with them, and it really doesn't have nothing to do with them. It just means that the person doesn't feel you like that. They're not into you for whatever reasons, and they don't have to have nothing to do with the person. I know a lot of people have been with people that say that they were with such a good person, but they just were not the kind of person they want to be, and they can't say nothing wrong with the person. It's not anything they're doing, but they're just not into them because of their personal preferences of things that they the standards they have in people, it don't match, it's not aligned, and they just let good people go because they're just not into them. What y'all think about that? That's so sad in a way because, like, just because they're not what you prefer, do that mean that you're going to be getting that? How you know that's not the person that God made for you, though? If they doing all the things. Let me see. Caitlin said they might grow on you, though. Right. Let me see. If you normally wouldn't talk to them and then end up giving them a chance. Right. Exactly, because I'm looking like if you're in a situation where the person is just dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, but it's just some other kind of preference you have, that's so unfair for your own self. Because, like, what if you missing out on your blessing of being with somebody that's really for you? Man, and bro just said, that's true, Caitlin. Mick said that some people get offended. Yes, people can't, and that's the thing. A lot of people get offended off of another person's preference. And I think that that's not fair because everybody has a preference in some way, or like for in a lot of things. Like, so we all should I think we should be granted that. I think it's unfair if you get somebody and that person could be your person and you let superficial things keep you from being with that person. But ultimately, people do have preferences and you got to just respect that. I respect people's preferences. I respect them. I think that's a normal thing. Let me see. It be like that sometimes, right, Ambrosia? Hey, Tony? Tony, why did I hide your comment? These people are crazy with that. Okay, wait till let me get it. I gotta unhide it. Okay. Let me see. Then sometimes you go through a whole stage and just freak off, but then you want a relationship again. That's true. Now I think it happened more. I don't know for sure. I think that happens a little bit more in men than women. Not saying it can't happen with women, but that is true. Like just sometimes you're not trying to be in a relationship and you just try to like, just like talk to multiple people, and then the other person, just because time went by, then they start thinking it should automatically be a relationship when that's not what you was trying to do in the beginning, and time is not going to cause you to be in a relationship. Just because I've known you not for 2 weeks now, and now it's into 2 months, or I don't care if it's into 2 years. If I had the intention of that and I was in that space, you can't hold nobody responsible because you let time get you caught up. The other person don't have to be caught up. They can be like, I still got my same intention. That's on you if you thinking other stuff. That if you didn't communicate that you wanted to take nothing to a different level, then you can't be held responsible for somebody else being in their feelings after, if it's already been communicated that that's not what y'all on in the beginning. That's what I think. I agree with you about that, Tom. Mick said, welcome in, Tom. Mick said, I never thought I was too good for someone, but I thought someone was too good for me. Now, that's a twist, Mick. What y'all think about that? Mick said that he actually thought. So what did you do about that situation, Mick? Tell me what you did about that situation. I want to know. Hey, Chill Will. Chill Will said, dated someone. Let me see. I think you were saying I was dating someone I was not into when times was hard a few times. I am not proud of it now, but I'm keeping it real. That could be a different situation due to finances. It could be finances. What if you don't have nowhere to go? They have a house. They welcoming you in a house. Or what if you don't have a job and they're willing to help you get through that period until you find a job? So Chill Wills probably was thinking, like, I don't have no other choice. Like, this person is willing to do this. And she said she's not proud of it, but that was a situation she felt like she was in. Man. Sorry, hey, Gavin. No problem, Chill Will. No problem. And bro just said, I'm almost in a situation now. I'm talking to this guy now. He's nice, but I'm not sure we can plan a proper date. So what do you think? What you think about that, Ambrosia? Do you think you should communicate that with him? Or do you think that you don't want to communicate that with him because you're not 100% saying that? So like if you went on the date, it's possible? Like how you feeling about that? Do you want to keep it like that? See, that's why a dating thing is serious these days, y'all. Because it can be, you think it's just a matter of bumping into somebody and everything is going to be all hunky-dory. But no, if you meet somebody and you might want to, like, talk to them, but you might not want to actually date them, man, it's confusing. Darius said, just be honest about what you're looking for, yes, in a relationship, and let it become what it's going to be. Yes, I think for sure, if you're just honest, in the beginning, before somebody can even catch them, you say that in your first phone call or whatever connection you have, you let them be known. Then it's not your fault if they end up thinking anything else. But I think it's fair to just at least be honest, because some people could like be really into you and then you tell them that and then they can stop all those feelings like, oh, but then if that's all they want to do, then I can, not be in that, that brain space, that mind space with it, right? But if you don't tell them, then what do you expect? What do you expect? Because it's like a natural thing. You might not be into the person, but it is natural for humans to, after they spend time with each other and start developing relationships, that people are going to naturally start having feelings for you. So it's your responsibility to make sure you make that clear, I think. Hey, Tracal. Candace said, hey, Tracal. Hey, James. James said, hello, my gorgeous friend. How are you doing? I'm doing good, James. T1000 said hi to Tracal. And bro just said, we were going to meet up, and I asked him what the plan was. He said, it's like a non-planned plan. Sir, what? Like, right, I'm looking like, wait, a non-planned plan. Now that's the thing right there. We gotta talk about that one day too. Now with this date, we gotta talk about dating like overall instead of like specifically somebody you're not into. The fact that people feel like, I'm not gonna say people, I'm gonna say the some men that I dated, like, so first of all, I like to plan stuff. Anybody that know me knows that I like to plan. But if I am new in a relationship, I want to know that you want, even if you don't know what to do, I want to feel like you did all you could do. That you called an aunt, a sister, a mama, or somebody, your homie, somebody, to ask them what's something nice that I could do with this, this person I'm going on a date with or whatever. That's the least you can do, instead of saying I don't know, if somebody is leaving it up to you. I don't like that kind of stuff. I used to like be very I had a takeover spirit about stuff like that in my earlier years of relationships, but I don't have it no more. I now, after all these years, I kind of like lay back and I want to see what you're gonna do. Show me what you're gonna do. So I get that, Ambrosia. Let me see. Mick said, let me see. I took it as an opportunity to be to better yourself. So that's what when that happened, when you felt like she was too good for you. You said, okay, I'm gonna use this opportunity to better myself. Okay, well then that was a plus for you. That was a plus for you. Let me see. T1000 said, chill, I've done that before, but you made it known. Okay, you made it known I was not serious as him. It was up to him at that point to stay or leave, but hey, he didn't care, so I didn't care. T1000 said, okay. So maybe he just had it in his mind like, I really do like you, but I still want to be with you. And he probably thought that he would grow on you too. Like some people just have wish and hopes too. So he could have been thinking, well, you say that now, I'll show you some things. And after I show you some things, you might make another decision later. That could be. And bro just said, I have to give him a chance. Okay, so you're going to give him a chance? You need a man with a plan. Like, yeah, like that is so bad for men. Y'all, that is so bad. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that because every woman don't have to think like that. But a lot of women that I know do think like when they get a man that can like take charge and say, I plan this date to do this, and that. It ain't even gotta be nothing that costs $1. Like I know that a lot of women can try to judge a date based on the amount of money that's paid out. But really, I think it's how much thought you put into it. I don't think the dollar amount is really tied into it. It could be something really thoughtful that costs and something really thoughtful that don't cost. But I think the being thoughtful is like the main thing. At least for me, it would be. Let me see. Hey, May. May said, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I am worth every time, May said. Thank you, May. May said share channel, follow her channel. Secret Super said she gives me what I want. What you mean she gives me what explain to me what you mean. I think you might be piggybacking off something I said. I didn't get to the comment in time. She will say T1000. Yes, that part. I did let it be known because I would like to be honest. Yes, it's dangerous out here. It is. Sometimes it's dangerous, even if you're honest. But then, I mean, if it's dangerous if you're not honest. But sometimes it's as dangerous if you're honest too. It's like I ain't trying to hear that. Like, you gonna make somebody do something. That's another reason why I'm saying I'll be scared. May said her link is posted. May said enjoy the live stream and spread the word about the channel for subscription purposes only. Thank you, May. T1000 said chill 100. May said love the community here. It's amazing. It absolutely is. I love the people over here. I love these people over here. Darius, say hi in your comment again. Let me see what you said. Darius said sex changes everything. You said okay in the beginning. Yes, it does. Y'all, and then people got to know that by now. Like, I know people are looking like everything changed with like that. They don't know that it's gonna change. Now it's enough information out here. They didn't put in enough movies, enough books, enough friends to know if you go there, it is possibly a chance that things may change. So people need to think about that. Don't start saying like, "Oh my God, it changed. I didn't know that was gonna change afterwards." Yes, it's likely that they are. So take that into consideration when you start doing stuff. Take that into consideration. May said, bless everyone in the chat. Thank you, May. James said, hello, everyone. Hey, James. May said, get my A. Thank you, May. May said, tap the like button, y'all. I appreciate it. James, my guy. John said, she kind of cute. Okay, wait. I think, did John say something up here? Or was that James? Okay, she kind of cute. I don't know if I missed the first part of that. Okay, May said, to all the fellas, that was, what? That was sanitizer on. Oh, oh, you like in the chat like that? Okay, you got sanitizer. May, you are too funny. Okay, let me see. To all the ladies in the chat, you are awesome, amazing, and beautiful every day you wake up. May said he gonna give y'all what y'all need, okay? He gonna give y'all what y'all need today. If y'all lacked in those areas today, he here. He got you. Kayla said exactly, Gamma. He could have asked other females, aunt, sisters, or for assistance. I agree. Yes, like my nephew always have all his life. I will always run by my son too. Like I think of a thing and I'll tell them. They'll ask me too, but I'll tell them like, look, I found this place. It's gonna be so nice. Take her there. They got this. They got that. I'm telling them all about. I'm like the master dater. Like I might not have dated nobody in a long time, but I've dated very well in my relationships. So anybody else's relationship that I know of, I will find y'all somewhere to go. It'll be the sweetest places. I love finding places for couples. That is just like my thing. So yes, you can ask somebody, hey Marissa. How you doing, Marissa? Derry said to 1,000 about that life. Speed Racer. Hey, Speed Racer. How you doing? Thanks for coming back. And brother said, agree, get my. Hey, Black Coffee. Thanks. Look at all this green in the screen. Y'all coming in here in these late night chats now. I'm so happy to see y'all over here. T1000 said, Darius, I like to keep it real up front. No need to wonder with me. That's right. People respect that. Like, people don't want to have a problem with stuff like that. They just want a problem anyways. But people respect you when you can be honest. You get their respect if nothing else. Let me see. Everybody is speaking. Oh, did I get to the bottom? Okay. Okay, I did. Okay, so. We talked about the emotional energy being draining, performing, getting the anxiety, guilt, all of that. Now, do you believe it's better to try to grow feelings or be honest early on? Do you think, like, is there anybody in the chat? I know, like, T1000 said, and a couple more people said, let them, and Darius said, let them know in the beginning. But what do you think about the people who say, oh, I'm not into this person, but I think that person will grow on me? Do you think that's fair for them to do that? Let me see. Wonderful said, why would someone date someone they're not into? Right. But a lot of people do. We talked about, I don't know, Wonderful, if you just came in, but we talked about all of the reasons of, like, we said being lonely, bored, fear of being alone. And we're going to talk about some more reasons in a minute why people do that. But I guess it's an individual thing of why some people might do that. Thank you, Chill Will, for the floating heart. I appreciate you for that. Kaden said a whole bunch of different reasons. Yes, one for you. Exactly. Yes, that's fair. Yes, it is a lot of reasons depending on what people. We talked about people doing it for boredom, loneliness, financial reasons, their own emotional situations. We're gonna talk about later. All of that. To 1,000 said, "You got my answer. How long do you let someone grow on you?" Right, like if you say, "Okay, this person might grow on me," so if they don't grow in a week, you wait because they might grow in a month, or you wait they might grow in 6 months. Like, how long is the wait for something like that? How long is the wait for something like that? I don't know. Let me see. And Bernie said, definitely be honest early on. And if they choose to pursue you, then go from there. Feelings can change. And I think that's true. I think that's true. Because honestly, I was not attracted to my kid's father. We were friends and it grew from a friendship. I was totally attracted to my deceased husband. Then my third husband, I wasn't attracted to him to talk to. We were friends for years first. Like we were friends for like 2, 3 years first. Like we played pool together, everything. But it was like a group of us that was doing it, and then it just like formed into something. But I was not originally. So it's not even like I think it has to be like love at first sight or you'll know that right away. I think it can grow. But look, they didn't, the ones that I was not interested in, I mean, didn't think of that at first. It didn't work. I don't know. Could that be the reason why it didn't work? I don't know. I never thought about that. Huh. Okay, let me see. Chill Will said, you're working with your mind. Okay, okay. Wonderful said, if you're not into him, keep them as a friend. Yes, it's not good to lead them on at all. I don't believe that at all. I don't think, because it seems like when you just lead people on, then you just like intentionally hurting people's feelings, and that ain't right. And bro just said, I don't think you should wait for them. You just live your life, and if your connection grows, then it is what it is. Okay. Chill Will said, it just depends on the person. Communication is really powerful, and being on the same level with great understanding is awesome. Yes, and I do think people can change, because you could think that I think you could think you were into somebody and they show you some stuff and they end up being the love of your life. You're like, I wasn't even into you and now I just love you. So I think that could happen. I think that could happen. So the fact that some people think they're good on paper, and maybe I'll fall for them later. Like, they want to do the thing like, just being good on paper. I'm saying that I'm not single. I'm saying that I'm married. And just for like societal reasons or something, you want to just be able to say that. That's your main thing. You want to just be able to say it. But you feel it at the back end, okay, I can get into them later. But what if that never happens, like T1000 said? What if you never get into them? I don't know. So, so have y'all ever realized you were the one being settled for? Have you ever been in a relationship and you weren't the one trying to get with somebody you're not into? Have you ever been in a relationship and you felt like the person was settling for you, and that you may not have been, like what they're really looking for in a relationship? Have y'all ever felt that? Tell me if y'all ever felt that way. Let me see. Yes, she will, bro. Just said. Darius, they stay hiding your comments. I don't know why that is. Darius said, I don't plan on nothing growing if we just having sex. But you never know. You may learn to like what you didn't. That's true. I do think you can learn to like people, because the initial attraction is sometimes superficial and it's surface level. But then if you're looking for certain things and a person you didn't physically, initially think that you would be with, but they bring all the things to the table that you've been looking for, I think feelings can change. I think they can. Wonderful said, right. Alberta said, life is really too short. It is. No, thank you, God. Okay, good. You never been that person. Let me know if y'all ever been that person. Big said, one problem with dating someone you're not interested in is the level of care will grow at different rates, meaning they may fall in love with you and you still not sure. That's true. So it seems like it'll be like a scale that's like You got to find some kind of balance, and the only thing that can like helping that is like communicating that and seeing what y'all gonna do for that with that situation. Like what's gonna happen with that, right? I can see that. I can see that. Okay, let me see. Uh-oh. Dang, close the whole dog live. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, Wonderful said, no, never been in that situation. T1000 said, now I can see someone you've already known before you can grow into, but a total stranger, I think, is one and done. You either like them or not. That could make the difference. Yeah, that could make the difference. But why start something initially with a stranger if you think you're not into them? If you think that you're not into them could lead to like anything, all that confusion and all that performing like we talked about, like why start it? Like you don't even know them. You ain't even got to get that started. That's strange. The coffee said at some point before getting serious, they go they go in the friend zone until unless somebody flourishes. Okay. Hey Squeaky, hello, got my minds in chat. I hope all is well. And having a great day. Happy hump day. Thank you, Squeaky. Let's see. Wonderful said, they held Wonderful's comment. I don't know why they're doing that. Wonderful said, uh-oh. Wonderful said, if you're having sex continually, having sex with him and thinking you should hold on. If you're having sex continually, having sex with them, I'm thinking you should like them. Right, exactly. But some people, they don't be caring. Like they ain't gotta like you. They ain't gotta like you. It's looking like they don't everybody don't have to have like emotional connection. Like some people feel like I gotta like you. I gotta like feel something for you. But so many people that's like, can we just do this tonight and then we ain't gotta see each other no more? So it's so many different thoughts when it comes to that. Darius said, you start something because she's fine. Okay, so you say you start, if she fine, that causes you to start something, and then you'll figure out later, oh, you're talking about the fact of not the initial not being into them. You get with them because they're fine, and then later on you feel like, I thought I could be into you, but I can't. That's what you're talking about, Darius. Okay, let me see. Ambrosia. Kayla says some people started because the other person keeps pursuing them until they just give in or fall for that. Now that's the kind of stuff I used to be immature about when I was younger. Like if they keep on doing it, if they keep on like, okay, just forget it. Here's a number. Like I just be like, and I just go full force with it. Like, okay, like you won't stop. So that is so true, Caitlin. It is. Hi, Shannon. Thanks for coming in the chat. I hope you subscribe. Y'all not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Let me see. Mick said, like and sexual urges are two different things. And a lot of, I'm not going to say most, a lot of people think that. I was about to say most men, but I don't even want to say that. But a lot of people in general think that. They think that, and that's their way of thinking. And they really should have that right to think that way. If that's their preference and that's what they do, they really should have that preference. Long as you communicate it so that you can get with the person who may have those very same thoughts so that y'all can be on the same page. Because male or female, you can get somebody who thinks that way and then y'all be good. That's the whole thing. Just making sure you finding somebody who's on the same page with you, right? So let me see. So have you ever dated anyone just because they seemed right, but something felt off? Like I did that before. That was like back in 2000. What was that? Like 17. Like I was like, you seem right, but something is too off. Like this person was just really wanting to be like, ain't nobody perfect, and I'm not trying to get nobody who's far from perfect, but you want to like cross every T, dot every I, like everything got to be. And sure enough, probably not until, what was this? Probably, I think last year, either the beginning of this year or last year, that child got my number from somewhere, called me and said, now this is from 2017, I think it was 2017, and said at that time, but he was saying like, how you doing or whatever, all of this stuff. And I'm like, fine, whatever. But I always felt like something wasn't right, so I never really got into that relationship right. But he chose to let that be the time that he told me that at that time when I was feeling like something ain't right, he was with somebody and had a whole, I think he said like a 1 or 2 year old child. that I knew nothing about. Now, I didn't talk to him for, I think I only talked to him for like 10 months. But the fact that that was the feeling that I had, like something is not right. Your intuition is no joke. I had no reason to think that. I never seen him with nobody. I never heard him talk to nobody. I had never had nothing in concrete to give me that intuition. But I knew something wasn't right. I was like, just something, I could not connect with him. I could not. And that's what he told me, what, almost a decade later? You called me to tell me that. I'm looking like, and why? I ain't talked to you, nothing. I literally had to move out of my apartment to make sure you couldn't even come over there no more. So the fact that you would just be out here pursuing somebody, knowing that you with somebody, like that is a whole issue. They had enough nerve to say, but we're not together now. But first of all, I'm not gonna be with you based on the stuff back there. Why would I, for one second, trust you and get with you for now? This time, you telling me, calling me, telling me this is the case, but think that I'm supposed to consider you for anything? I'm like, people be out of their mind. They be out of their mind. Okay, let me see. Okay, so Squeaky said, personally, I don't believe in wasting any time. Yes, we ain't got time to waste. I can't date. Let me say, I can't date sex or waste time. Oh, date sex or waste time with someone I'm not interested in. Not even a conversation. 2 minutes is a long time. It is. Like, soon as like my friend, my best friend always said, you don't give nobody a chance. But I'd be like, no, it's not like I'm not giving nobody a chance. It's just the fact that once I have the first conversation, most likely by the second conversation, and definitely by the third conversation, I can make a whole assumption about what this is about to be about. I read through every line. I can tell everything. I didn't have too much experience in this. And so it's not like I'm just like being hard to deal with or trying to be complicated. It's just that I already see it ain't gonna work, so ain't no sense to keep it on with this. I'm not getting ready to waste no time. I have no time to waste. I'm not getting ready to pretend. I'm not getting ready to do all of that. If I see and already can recognize some mess, I was gonna say call it out. I ain't even gotta call it out. I just go on and block and be done with it because I know it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. It's already a mess. Black Coffee said, Gamma, wear your glasses because you tear I'm tearing the comments up. Oh Lord. One day I'm gonna put on the glasses, y'all. Chill said, I have dated someone that seemed right, but something fell off. The mind, like they were out of their mind. Oh. Wonderful said, I'm not looking for perfect, just perfect for me. Yes, I'm looking like I'm too old to be thinking about there's a perfect person out there. I'm looking like, let me see what your flaws are. Then let me see if I can deal with those flaws. I can deal with some flaws. It's just that it got to be the ones that won't irritate me or whatever. It got to be like the right kind of flaws. So I think everybody is flawed. So it's just like, let me see what I got to compromise with. Because like if you keep leaving the toilet seat up, I can compromise that and just go to put the toilet seat down. That's not a big deal. So depending on what it is, it don't always have to be a flaw that you said that you're waiting for Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect to come across. Just the fact that you want to make sure that you're compatible with them is stuff that you can actually deal with yourself, right? Let me see. Darius said, I agree with Mick. I might be cool with wasting time right now, but I don't want to disrespect you by not being honest. Right, exactly. That's good. That means you have respect for the person. I think if somebody is honest with you and tells you that, that means, and some people might think that's being cruel or mean. I think you being honest means that you have a respect for the person. That's what I think. That's what I think. Brother said people are so weird. They are. Let's see. Mick, why they hide your comment? Okay, Mick said, I feel you on that. I've had pregnant women pursue me. Really? Oh. And it's my nephew used to have people like that. I could never understand that. I was married when I was pregnant, so I don't know. I better not speak on it because I just wasn't in that position where I could feel to do that like that. So I don't know. Maybe some people, I don't know. Squeaky said, it's called knowing your worth. So see it how you see it. Right. Yes. Knowing your worth. Exactly. And just because you're worth that, and your worth don't mean that you're better than nobody else, y'all. It just means that you know what you're looking for and you want to respect yourself and others enough to make sure you don't put yourself in a position that you should be in. That's what I think. Darius said, I'm 44 and my kids grown. Can't I finally take a year off from being serious? Yes, you can, Darius. You can take lots of years off if you want to. You can do what you want to do. Don't make nobody make you feel like you got to be in a relationship You do not have to be in a relationship. If you've been doing a relationship all that time, you probably want to break from that. Ambrosia said you actually should. Right, exactly, Ambrosia. You should. It's power in getting to spend time with yourself. I was married since I was, how old was I? I was 21. Was it, or was I 22? No, I was 21. No, I was 22. Yeah, 22 years old. I was 22 years old, so I didn't even get it. Like, okay, that's not terribly young, but it's still young enough to be where. And then I was married. Then I was married after that. Then married after that. So I was married a long time. So when I finally got by myself, I was like, okay, I never been in this space, in a adult mind. And I was like, I like it here. I really do like it here. Although I'm not saying I want to stay single all my life, but I do like it here too. I'm content with it. I'm content with it. T1000 said, you can, Darius, just don't be playing with people. Right, just don't play with them. Wonderful said, right. Kenneth said, I knew it would be off because it was him, it was his mom initiating you? Oh my God, as a daughter, oh my God, daughter-in-law, and asking him, why won't he talk to me? Oh my God, why your mama have to tell you before you do? Exactly. Now that's crazy. Now I think that mama was trying to tell you something. That mama was trying to tell you something. Oh, y'all. Brittany, did you hear me speaking to you? How did that sound jump off of there like that? Let me go back. Brittany, I saw you coming in. I was speaking to you, and Brogy was like, if you're honest, be upfront. I hope I wasn't way back there. Thank y'all. Whenever y'all see my mouth moving, y'all hear me, let me know. Or y'all probably did. I'm late in comments. Let me show you, Caitlin. He was tripping. Wonderful said, wild pregnant women pursuing men too. I got that. Brittany said I was on the wrong page, so she came in. Caitlin said, now I was asking my niece. And I asked Caitlin, how old is he? Talking about a niece helping him out. Chill Will said she can't get pregnant no more. I got that. Pregnant women need to live with another man's baby in their stomach. Not judging. Okay, thank you, Ambrosia. Black Coffee said our preferences are a major part of our personalities, right? And we have a right to say that we have a preference of something. Now, things may change. That don't mean just because you got a preference that you're going to stick with that preference, but it's normal for you to start with the preference. Like, I am normally attracted to dark-skinned men initially on the surface, but my first and last husband were not. So, like, I didn't go, like I told y'all, I didn't have no interest in them to date them in the beginning. We were friends first. So I did learn about their personalities, and their personalities overrode anything that was physical about them. And we ended up getting married anyway. So that's like, but I don't want nobody to like take my preferences away from me just because it didn't, I didn't end up with people that I think I might end up with or think I might be attracted to, because that is not always happening all my life. But people have preferences. It don't mean you shutting down anything else, but initially some things you're gonna have a preference about. Let me see. Darius said, I can't hear you. Okay, I got y'all now. Let me see. Caitlin said, Ambrosia, thank you. I can't make this up. Let me see. We can't hear you. Yep, I got it, y'all. I don't know. My thing just jumped on. I think when I was trying to fix my camera, I probably tapped that dog on mute button. I'm sorry, y'all. T1000 said, Sheila, I don't know what it is, but men love pregnant women for some reason. They tried it, but I wasn't. I'm telling you, my nephew was one. He was cereal for him. I'm like, how? Because I used to be like, how do you do that? But he was cereal about finding a pregnant female. No sound. Okay, I got y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can't hear you. Y'all was trying to tell me. I'm just slow in these comments. Y'all definitely was trying to. She said, we back. Y'all was trying to tell me. I'm sorry. We ain't heard nothing. Look at Kevin like, Gamma. Lord, she just laughing and we carried on talking. Y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. Hey, Tashana High Trucker White. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. That's too funny, y'all. Omar, you made it in. We discussing your topic. This is your topic that we discussing. You just not making it in. You got to make sure you catch the replay. Okay. So, can chemistry grow over time, or is it there from the start? We already kind of talked about that. I think it can be there, but I'm not ruling out that it can't grow. I think it could grow. I think you could learn people. I think you could have misjudged people. I think you could have looked at things wrong. You could have been in the state in your life where you was overseeing some stuff, not paying attention, being superficial, all those things. So I think that it can grow for sure. Let me see. And brother said, definitely once you get to know people more. Yes, and that's what it really should be about anyways. It really should be about that. It's just that people, our nature, I believe, has us feeling like that. But ultimately, I think that we should be giving people a chance based on other things and not being so superficial. But it's just like we've been designed for that. So it happens like that on the surface a lot of the times, and then we have to move away from that. Omar said, is the topic about the question I asked? Yes, it's your, I told him in the beginning of the live, this is your live. You want to talk about it, and so that's why I brought the information. And we've been talking. They just been talking all over your topic, and you ain't been here. Let me see. My brother said definitely once you got to get to know people more. Yes. Tashana said I can't do it. No chemistry only grow. Oh, do you think no chemistry only grows if it's the last man on earth? If you don't like him. I believe, Tashana, you must be just lucky or something, because I believe it could grow. I'm not looking to be in that situation in the first place, but I do think it can be situations where it can grow. Like people can just like reset your mind. Like they have enough to give where they can show you that things don't have to be the way you thought. I think that. Tashana said no. She said, no, hey, everybody. Let me see. As I see the topic, I was like, right, Omar, you got to make sure you catch the replay. We've been speaking all around this topic. Darius said there has to be some kind of initial attraction. Okay, Darius, would you like for it to be an initial attraction, or does it have to be? Like, are you saying it's impossible? I don't think it's impossible. I just don't think it's impossible. I think that if that's the way you like it and you're used to that, then that's the rule of thumb you go by. But I don't think it absolutely has to be. Let me see. Exactly. There. Tashana is agreeing with you. She said, yeah, like that. She said that part. That's what she said. I brother said sometimes there's initial physical attraction with no chemistry. Sometimes you're not around them long enough. The settling makes the difference, right? Now, Ambrosia, that's what I believe. Because I don't care how physically attracted I am to you. You start acting fool in any kind of way, or if I start feeling anything at all, I'm just out of there. And I could just think you are so, I could be so attracted to you. But if you show me anything, I have no more attraction, like immediately. And me, you can say something, and I'd be like, oh, okay, no, I don't care what it is. So that physical attraction is not the thing for me all the time. Omar said, Kate, did you? What did he say? Kate, did your survey on the topic? Oh my God. Wonderful said, I want who I want. She said, I want who I want, and that's all to it. Wait, Wonderful, me, let me know if you're male or female so I'm addressing you the right way. T1000 said, that's true, Darius, because why else would you converse with them? But in the beginning, well, why would you converse with them in the beginning? It's got to start somewhere. Not in been places, and I could just be sitting there, and people start talking. I'm not going to be rude. I don't necessarily have to be attracted to them, but we can have a really good conversation. And then by the end of the conversation, we can start having, we can like exchange numbers. And then at that point, that's why it's hard for me to online date. Because what you have, a physical screen, and you could be like, nope, nope, or was it left? Nope, 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 nope. It's so easy to do that. But if you're out somewhere and somebody start to talk to you, like literally that physical thing is like 50% gone out the window to me, because now I'm basing it on the conversation, the words we're saying. Whereas when you do the online dating, you have nothing to go by. Nothing to go by. You don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. All you doing is looking at the physical. That's why I don't care for online dating that much. I just can't get into it. I really can't. I be trying to, and I stay on it for about a good 30 minutes, about 2 or 3 times a year, and I'm just looking like that just ain't enough information for me. I'd rather be, even though people could trick you in your face too. They can trick you in your face, but still, at least my instinct might speak up for me a little bit. My intuition might kick in. Anything. I just rather date in person, so I can know something about them past the physical. Caitlin said, you could be attracted to something else if it's not physical, though. And that's true. That's true. Like the conversation, the information they give you about themselves, like all of that take a play into it. Tashana said, I'll never say never to anything, but the way my intimacy is set up, oh, now that's a different thing. Now that's the different thing. For some people said, look, well, they already said in the chat, I'm just here for the sex. I just want, like, I ain't even trying to do all of that. But some people cannot be touched unless it's some kind of emotional connection. So that's another thing. That's why you got to make sure you're compatible with folks. Let me see. Omar said, I give an example? Yes, go ahead and give your example. Kayla said I'm giving good input, I think, Omar. Yes, you are, Kayla. Wonderful. Okay, I thought you were. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, oh, I don't want to be calling a man or her like that. Thank you, wonderful. Okay, bro just said someone you see or talk to at work versus someone you see or talk to at the grocery store versus someone at a social media. I'm sorry, not social media, social gathering. Exactly. Exactly. Omar said, I don't think y'all are. Wait a minute. I don't think y'all are really understanding the topic. Okay. They're only looking at the surface. Well, Omar, I think you got to get the beginning, because we were saying we had some stuff to say about, not like now we're talking about physical, but we just got on the physical. So, but earlier we were talking about just like not being into people for a lot of different reasons. We named some of the reasons why you may not be into them. We talked about if you were with them just because you're lonely, or if you're bored, or for financial reasons, like all the other reasons. Now we just got on the physical aspect of it. Let me see. Chill Will said, physical, emotional, spiritual, loyalty. Yes, respect, understanding, the flaws, and communication is awesome. We are a real team. Okay. I know that's right, Chill Will. Wonderful said, if I'm not attracted to you, yes, I can still have a conversation with you. It can lead to a friendship. Okay. Omar said, okay, Caitlin, I feel you. And Brody said, yes, intuition is real. It is. There are vibes you won't get from a screen. Yes, like I need to see your like your body language. Like, I don't know. I just ain't comfortable over the screen. It ain't working for me. Let me see. I'm not a physical person, but when I met my husband, he was shorter than I liked, and it was almost a no. And look at y'all. Look at y'all that got married in that truck together. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Dang, I clicked out his live again. That's what I'm talking about. Like I think things can change. It might not always change, but I think it's a possibility if you want it. If you don't want it, then you just want what you want. But it is a possibility. She will said, I'm married. I'm just speaking on what I need. I'm grateful. Yes. Okay. The same. Tachana said same. Let me see. Wonderful said a hit or comment. I don't know why. Okay. When I was younger, and if I was here for some sex, it would only be one time. A lot of people are like that. I know somebody like that. They don't even want no emotional connection. And she's a female. She just be like, that's it. That's all I wanted. And she mean that. She will said, I need to rephrase it. I am speaking on what I was looking for um, to need in my life. Okay, period, to get to marriage. Right. Those are the things you were looking for. Okay. Omar said, y'all been more negative on the topic without being understanding. We're not even finished with the topic. We just dived into it. Well, help us out, Omar. Darius said. Omar says T1000 said, Omar, some speaking from experience as well as personal. And Omar, you got to get the beginning. You got to get the beginning. You left the whole beginning. I still got information to give y'all. Kayla said, Omar, hold on, no. So that was the right or wrong. Wait. I don't feel like it's a right. Yeah, I don't think it's like a right or a wrong answer. People are thinking they just talking about what they experience, what their preferences are. Caitlin said, Omar, can you date someone that is involved with you? Oh no, in love. If you can date someone that's in love with you, but you're not in love with them back or something. Omar said T1000, are you sure? Right. And that's what I was trying to tell him. For me, the last chat. Okay. Tell us again, Omar. But I want you to get the beginning part too, because we were talking on, about some different things. We just got on the physical and we still got some. I'm getting ready to go back to this for a minute too. Then I'm gonna get back in the comments. So we answer those questions. Now, it said we're going to get into fear of hurting the other person. Sometimes people do this because they have a fear of hurting the other person. Like guilt is a major reason why people stay sometimes. They don't want to hurt someone who is kind, loyal, or emotionally invested. Like they see that the person loves them. They see that the person is being loyal and they're so invested. It's like at this point they're looking like, I can't hurt this person feeling. Like this might be a really good person and they don't want to hurt their feelings. But this can be hurtful in the long run because it blocks both people from finding genuine connections. Like it could be harm. If you feel like you're not into that person, it could be harming you because you're blocking your connection for the person that you may feel is better for you. And then you holding up that person, they giving you all this energy. And if you're not really into them, it's like, let them go. Let them go so that they can find somebody that's as interested in them as she are or they are in you. Okay? So let's just be fair. Let that person get their person. You get your person. Okay? Let me see. True kindness means honesty, even if it's uncomfortable. So if you really want to be kind to somebody, like even if it's uncomfortable, like you don't want to hurt the person, true kindness is just being honest with the people. Like just be honest. Just be honest. It's just not even worth doing, going through all of that. Okay, one of the other questions I had is, what do y'all think is harder? Breaking someone's heart or staying in something that doesn't feel right? What's harder? Breaking their heart or staying in something that doesn't feel right? Let me see what y'all say. I'm gonna go in the comments. Not a wrong answer. Okay, Caitlin said, Omar, was it, can you date someone that's in the, okay, I got that. Omar said 2,000, I got that. Ambrosia, as Gamma said, a person in the and the physical gives you a different aspect. His conversation and him being him got me. Yes. Like you gotta hear what people got to say. And once you see all of that, any flaw, physical flaw you thought you had, sometimes you can look over that. And you can look over it because it outweighs the good part about them or the good things that you heard from them or seeing from them or they're displaying to you. And bro just said, that's awesome. It is. Caitlin said, Omar, I'm looking at it at all points, not only negatives. Tashana said, Broja, as you and Gamma said, physical meeting matters. Yes, I think it does. T1000 said, okay, Omar, shed some light. They wanted your opinion. You just got here. They shared a lot of their opinions. So like you make sure you give us your opinion so we can understand where you're coming from. And bro just said I haven't heard many negatives yet. No, I didn't hear anything negative. Just people speaking their opinions about it. Caitlin, yes, T1000 said. And bro just said, Omar, are you trying to date someone who isn't into you? Omar said, and please don't take it literally because I use the word negative. Y'all, please, I only use negative as as it a blind spot to most people. Okay, but explain to it. Can you answer, Omar? Can you answer Ambrosia's question? Because this was your topic, so we can kind of dive into exactly what you meant. What your intent was for the topic. Omar said, and please, oh, I got that. Ambrosia said, no shade. Ambrosia, no, no, no. Tashana said, yes, Gamma. Darius said, I don't feel guilty. I just don't want to go to. Right. Derek, you just said you just want to do the right thing, right? You just want to do what Jesus would do, huh? I know that's right. Bro just said, okay, Omar. T1000 said, it's okay, Omar. Understandable. Chime in, yes. Kayla said, explain it in the simple form for us, Omar, so we understand what you're saying. Definitely agree, Gamma. And bro just said, wonderful said, right. T1000 said, blessings. I'm sorry, not blessing, y'all. Breaking. Breaking someone's heart is harder for you. Okay. So that's harder for you to do versus, what was it? Which one? Hold on. I kind of forgot the question about myself. Nope, that's not the one. What did I do with my question, y'all? Okay, yeah. What's harder, breaking someone's heart or staying in something that doesn't feel right? Okay, so let me see. Y'all should be answering that. Kayla said, that's tough. I don't like doing either. Okay, for me, it's staying in something that doesn't feel right. Okay. Ambrosia, exactly, Tashana said. Omar said, let's say I was first interested in the person. Then after I felt no more, I felt no more to that person, didn't feel any more about that person, but I will never leave that person or tell the person or try to hurt her. And see, that's one of the things we just started. Fear of hurting the other person, Omar. Yes, so that's the situation that you just in a situation where you don't want to hurt her. Yes. Wonderful said, staying in something that don't feel right for her. Okay. So Shada said, just got parked, gotta get the truck ready to go to bed. I'm listening. Okay, so Shada, thanks for coming in. And Brother said, I really care about people's feelings, but I've been through too much to stay. Okay, in a situation that doesn't serve me. Okay. Omar said, and if she goes, she goes. And if she stay, I'll keep her. And she's a good person, but it might be hard. I think you meant hard. It might be hard. Lots of people to understand. Okay. T1000 said, oh wow, well, wouldn't you tell them you were no longer interested, Omar? I think he said that he don't want to hurt her feelings. He don't want to hurt her feelings. Chill Will said, I love the vibes. Good combo. Yeah, good. Chill Will, I'm glad you're over here. Omar said, let's see. Yes, because they're never, wait, let me see. I'm trying to read your abbreviations. Why? Because there's never been there. Yes, because the feeling's never been there, as they only understand the ones that's there for the benefits. Okay. Would you rather lie than be honest? I think lying will hurt them worse. I think lying would, and it's just, and I can see it being hard for somebody to tell somebody, but in the long run, I think it only make it worse because more time goes past, they're more and more invested, and then they feel like you disrespected not only them but their time. Like you didn't even care about me being able to spend this time to get into somebody who's into me. So I think in the long run, that might be a bigger problem. Darius said, just because it doesn't feel right, don't mean it's wrong. Okay. That could be. Just because it doesn't feel right, don't necessarily mean that it's wrong. It could be a different feeling you thinking, Darius. Omar said T1000 as the person is a good person, and I know, I think T1000 as the person is a good person, and I wouldn't want to hurt her. See, that's what it was about. I'm about to read the rest of that, so maybe we might get somebody that part. Omar, fear has got their purpose. It's just the time the fear meant to happen. I think you're saying. I think you would hurt her worse by lying, Omar. And bro just said, you may hurt her worse than the long run. Yeah, the long run. Yes, Omar. I think if she loves you, she'll forgive you. Yes, and eventually be grateful that you gave. Yeah, I think so too. Omar said, some people will do the same. It might not say it, but I wouldn't. Ambrosia said, be honest with yourself. You may be staying because it's easier for you too. Oh, we're about to read the rest of this. I would definitely say it, Omar, and let it be your choice to stay or leave. Let it be her choice to stay or leave. Darius said, Omar, stop abbreviating. We are old. Right? I'm trying to read through. And I didn't, let me see. And I don't need to really say it as why said it hurt her. Okay, so he's maybe thinking like is it a different way to do it without actually saying it because he feel like his words will hurt her. Let me see. If you know someone is good, it's not a good feeling hurting them, so it's okay to keep it. I mean, keep that in your pocket. Wow. Okay, let's read this part. This is the fear. Did we get down this far? Okay. There was one more question before I was going to get into this. The other question I had is, can chemistry grow over time, or is it from the start? Or did I ask that? I think I asked that. Okay, so fear of hurting the other person. Guilt is a major reason people stay. They don't want to hurt somebody who is kind, loyal, or emotionally invested, right? But this can be hurtful in the long run because it blocks both of the people from feeling genuine, from finding genuine connections. True kindness means honesty, even if it's uncomfortable. I don't know if you got that part. That's the part that we got to that I told you may have missed, right? How do you let someone down respectfully? Now that's the next question. How do you let somebody, maybe Omar, y'all help Omar with this. How do you let someone down respectfully when they like you more than you like them? Like y'all, we listening to Omar. So y'all saying, well, be honest, but tell him directly how he can go about letting her down. Like what is it that he can say to her? Y'all give him something, like if it was something, if y'all said y'all think it's something he can say or do, put it in the chat. And maybe y'all might be able to help him with that. Wonderful said, I was desiring one person. He wasn't perfect, but he was perfect for me. And I would have made him be with me. You would have made him be with you? Oh my God, Darius said, I've only lied to people I love. A lot of people say that. I've heard people say that before. That if I lie to you, that means I love you and because I don't want to hurt you. If I don't lie, I mean if I don't lie to you, that means that I don't really care about where your feelings are. Like I'm trying to protect the people I lie to, but I'm not trying to protect the people that I don't really care for. I heard that before, Darius. T1000 says, sounds like a recipe for disaster. I'm just saying. Omar said, Gammas, let me tell you, you all this. No one truly knows what they would do until they are, that's true too, until they are, let me see, until they are two. That's why I'm saying we're all just giving our opinions, which is fine. And I totally understand. Yes, these are only opinions because, first of all, every situation is going to be different. So definitely only opinions. It's no set answer, I don't think. Agreed to 1,000 because what if you met someone else that you know you want to be with, then you be dragging someone else into the mess. Ooh. No, who said ambrosia? That's something to think about. Oh my, what do you think about that? What if you end up, well, you probably won't meet somebody while you're with that person because it sounds like it might be in a relationship. But how do you feel like if you met someone that seemed to be like somebody you're really interested in, but because you're in this relationship, like that would be like a whole different situation? What you think about that? Tell me what you think about that. Wonderful said, don't lead anyone on. Yeah. Omar said, I don't need y'all's opinions as I already know all the answers. The chat will give. Okay. He said he'll need our. So we having a discussion about this, y'all. But Omar said he don't need y'all opinions. Like y'all can engage in the conversation without having him in mind because he knows what he's gonna do already, or he knows what's going on with him. Kayla said, tell her it's not her, it's you, and that you can't continue to be in a relationship with her. You don't see you guys going anywhere, and you don't want to stop her from being happy. Omar, well, he said he don't want that. People making life so much harder than it needs to be. And Rose just said, Wonderful said, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Lying hurts. Oh, okay. Omar said, and this my topic sounds so weird. Darius said, drag them in. Drag them in. Misery needs company. Oh, that's what they say, that misery loves company. And brother said, please be, oh no, I'm sorry, not please. Peace be unto you, Omar. Peace be unto you. Omar said, peace and love to the chat. Cheers, everyone. Yes, cheers, Omar. Kayla said, I already told you, Omar. Excuse the hell out of us, Omar. Right, Omar said, I don't need y'all. First of all, y'all can keep y'all opinions to y'allself. Let me see. Omar said, I'm not leaving a good woman because I don't love her. He said that he feels like she's a good woman. Possibly he's going to deal with it because he's not getting ready to miss out on a good woman worrying about love, he said. Okay. T1000 said, and that's why I like to be upfront, Ambrosia. No extra expectations for me. Yes. Let me see. T1000 said, are you playing in our face, Omar? Omar said, no, I mean, I know all the answers everyone will give in the chat. Of course, I love and respect your answers. Okay. I thought you were saying, y'all get out of my face. Let me see. All things, Key Nicole, how you doing? Okay, so what was the next thing I had? Okay, let's talk about this is when it's a sign of something deeper. When it's a sign of something deeper, habitual dating people you're not into. This is for people who seek out. It's a pattern that they're in relationships with people who feel more for them than they feel for the person. They say habitually dating people you're not into would mean you're avoiding vulnerability or real emotional intimacy. Where if this is a habit where like your track record shows that this is your thing, like you don't really get into anybody, most of the people are going to be mostly into you, that this could mean that you're avoiding being vulnerable as a person. You don't like vulnerability or real emotional intimacy. Like you have a problem with showing your emotions to anyone else. So that's why it would be a pattern of habitually picking out people that you know may be more into you than you into them. So I thought that was interesting too. It could also reflect on low self-worth, accepting what you feel is less because you feel like you deserve better. Okay? It can be tied to attachment styles. They talked about 2 attachment styles. One attachment style was avoidant types. It was called avoidant types. And that type may choose safe partners to keep emotional distance. They don't like to be emotional, so they're going to pick somebody safe. Now, I know I'm not into you. That's safe, so I don't have to worry. I can avoid being like vulnerable because I'm not into you, and I could keep that, that avoidant type personality that I have. Then they had anxious types. These anxious types may settle to feel secure even if attraction is missing. So they're anxious, they just real anxious. So therefore they're gonna settle to feel secure. They just want to do this for security reasons. They have anxiety for certain things, so they're gonna pick up this person just so that they can feel secure with them. They're looking like you good. I feel secure with you. Anything that I'm not attracted to or any reasons why I'm not into you, it'll be okay. But I feel secure with you, so I'm just gonna stay in that, right? So that's avoidant types and anxious types. And then now we're gonna talk about how to break the cycle. How can some things about how we break the cycle? Then I'm gonna get in the chat. I got 2 more questions for y'all too. Okay, so how we break the cycle. Take time between relationships to reset emotionally. Remember Darius was just saying he just want to take a break? Darius, you should take your break. It says take time between relationships to reset emotionally. Don't rush to fill the space. Don't rush to fill the space. Write down what real connections mean to you beyond looks or surface traits. Write them down. Like, what is it that I'm really looking for? Like, we're not gonna talk about no looks. We're not gonna talk about no surface traits. We're gonna dig deeper on what is it that you really, really desire in a person. Write them down so that you can see it as a visual. When you decide you want to date, look for those things so that surface level or the way somebody looks does not deter your thinking or your goals in a person you're trying to look for, right? Okay, so practice saying no to almost right situations. Like if you say look like something could be almost right and you got an opportunity to say, no, I'm not getting into that. Take the opportunity to say no. Okay, so you can say yes when you have the person that does feel right. Say your no's so that when you feel like it's good, you'll be able to, put forward that yes. Like, yes, now this feels right. Now I have a yes, okay? So now this is the 2 last questions, y'all. What's one lesson you've learned from dating someone you weren't truly into? Like, I think a couple people said like what was the thing that they got out of that. So if y'all ever been in a situation that y'all dated someone that you wasn't really into, what was one lesson you got from that? Then I'm gonna answer I'm gonna read the comments while y'all putting that in there. Okay, all things key. Nicole came in. Omar said 21,000. No, I'm not playing. He said, nope, he not playing with us. Kayla said, we'll keep her then. She said, we'll keep her then. Like, don't be asking us not to keep her. That's too funny. 21,000 said, okay, Omar. Okay. Omar said, it's just that it sounds weird to y'all. No, I don't think it sounds weird. I think people do it every day. At the beginning of the conversation, we all basically said that and you got, Omar, catch the replay, because we all basically said that we have all been in that situation. We all said that. So you got to catch that part. You came in on the end. Hold on, lost my place. It's not weird. Okay, hold on. Okay. Kaylin said it's not weird. We get it, Omar. Ambrosia said, very true. Omar said, oh, Omar, you in these abbreviations. Let me see. I think he said how I played in y'all face, T1000. I think he asked you that question. Omar said, Gamma, it's not that I need better, but I just don't love this person. Man. And some people say you can't force love. And then some people say you can learn to love. Like, Omar, you got a situation that you're in. You got to, like, probably just dig deep within yourself and say, like, what can I do to make this right? Or if you feel like it's right, then you got to feel like, do you want to sacrifice your true happiness? If you're not, are you happy with the person? Because maybe you can be happy with a person you don't love, but your happiness to me is going to be the most important. But if you feel like you're happy with the person that you don't love, then maybe it'll work. Because that's the ultimate goal for anybody in a relationship, I think, is to be happy. I think that's the ultimate goal for anybody. And bro just said, I never dated anyone I wasn't into, but I did date some people that I knew I didn't plan to stay with. I absolutely did not want to be vulnerable, so I always had an exit plan. Okay. Omar said, and that's what people, uh, uh, that's what people tends to can't figure out. Okay. And bro just said I was young and I haven't repeated since then. Yeah. Hey TMC, I haven't seen you in a long time. Say hey, get my moderators in chat. Hey TMC. Let me see. Good to see you. Okay, Darius said, you gotta be a Christian. But let me see, you gotta be a Christian, but not one of those crazies that want the pastor to run our relationship. Okay, so that's one of the things you gotta write down that you'll be looking for, Darius. And brother said it's just not a nice thing to do. Yeah. Hey OG. OG came in and said happiness is a drug sold to women. What? OG, now what are you talking about? It's a drug sold to women, so men don't want to be happy? Men don't want to be happy, OG? I don't know about that. Tashana laughing or saying what 100. Let me see. Darius said, every time I go to church, it ain't nothing but women and children. I feel weird there. They got to be your church. Now, Darius, you can't think that every church is like you just said that your church is like that. It make you feel weird. Are you really attached to that church home? Is it where you could maybe like try to seek out churches that have more men there so you won't feel like that? Or are you happy there? That's between a rock and a hard place if you're happy there. TMC said conversation is key. I would never date anyone I'm not into. Will never play with nobody's emotions. Yes. Omar said it's not about the money. It's not that she's a narcissist. She's not disrespectful or any bad. Yes, I'm something with her. Just don't. Oh, yes, you're happy. Yes, I'm happy with her. Just don't love her naturally. Oh, and I find it okay. So he said that he's not in love with her, but he's happy. What y'all feel about that? Now, usually people tie happiness into love and love into happiness. You know, like Al Green said. So what y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Because he said that there is nothing bad about her. He said that he's not into her a lot. He doesn't love her, but he is happy with her. Huh. I think happiness is the goal. I'm going to always say happiness is the goal. I love a lot of people that did not make me happy. I'm no longer with them, and I still love them as a person, but they could not make me happy in a relationship. So tell me what y'all think about that. That was an interesting thing to say. Let me see. LG said, no, men want stability. That ain't anywhere near happiness. Well, Omar said he happy. He said he happy. You're simply, you simply got to say good for you. Oh my gosh. I don't know, Omar. I agree, OG. Darius said he agreed with OG. TMC said, we will hang out, but it would never be a date. It is what it is. I will let them know from jump. Okay, you don't want to date anybody. You wouldn't even start the dating. Okay. Omar said, Ambrosia, like really now? But let it be for real. Darius said, I'm good with respect. Yes. Kayla said he likes the fact that she's good to him, but he's not in love with her. Omar, can you tell me if she knows that? Do you tell her you love her? Do you have her thinking you love her? Ambrosia said maybe she knows. T1000 said, Ambrosia, you had a better way of saying it. I was going to say, so this live is solely about you, Omar. I thought it was about a general topic. Okay, it is the general topic of dating somewhere you're not into. Up there, dating somewhere you're not into. But Omar brought the topic up yesterday. And I love when y'all bring up topics because y'all know I will get off this live, spend I don't know how many hours in the night into the morning time trying to get the information to bring back about a topic. I'm just obsessed with that. I just feel like if I don't know something, if I don't have experience with it, it bothers me when somebody asks a question. So I feel like I got to go get the information. And then I feel like I can't retain no information unless I write it down and I speak it out again. Because then it stays in my brain and helps me to understand it better. So because I'm obsessed with doing that, every time y'all think y'all got a topic, I'm going to go get the information on it because I want to know myself. So let me see. Ambrosia, why did they hide your comment? You said, shoot, she may feel the same. T1000 said, no offense, Omar, I just didn't want to make you feel no way. Ambrosia said, let's be clear, there's nothing noble about living a lie. It sounds like you think you're doing her a favor, Omar. Omar said T1000, I'm sure not the, what? Oh, wait. T1000, I'm sure not the only one in this. I'm sure I'm not. I think you're trying to say I'm sure I'm not the only one in this situation. It's just that let me see, it's just that it's the first time hearing this. Why y'all so... It's not, Omar, this is not the first time we hear it because everybody in the chat said they've been in that situation. Not everybody probably, but most people in the chat said they've been in this situation. You didn't catch the replay, Omar. You got to catch the replay in the beginning where everybody was sharing the stories that they had been in this same situation. OG said, yes, I'll say I love you. But if you are a man or a woman and you base your actions up in... Oh, you base your actions up in that, you are a damn fool. You should base your moves on what you see within me. Okay? And bro just said, and I mean no offense to you, this is a great topic. Yes. Not what I say. Okay. OG said, what's within me, not what I say. Darius said, apologies again, Omar. They going in. What? Who going in? We're not going in. We said we understand. We're trying to help him. But he said he don't need the help like that. He know exactly what people are going to say about it. He just said that he's in a relationship with someone that he's happy with. He just don't love her. T1000, you can never offend me. And I can bet you... I can bet you no one in here can ever offend me when I'm... Let me see. When I'm one of the most understanding people in the chat who already knows that people are only giving their intake or opinions. Okay, Omar. Omar be making me struggle. Y'all know I'm already blind. He make me blind, and I got to read another language because he's going to abbreviate. Y'all know I'm struggling. T1000 said, it's okay, Omar. Just wanted to hear your side. Yes, Omar, we just trying to get your side. You never answer my question. Or y'all never, somebody answer my question about the fact that Omar says that he's happy. He said he's happy. Now, we can't generalize and say that's not possible. You're not happy. We can't tell Omar he's not happy. If he says he's happy, I just want to know how that works out because I've never been in a relationship where I was actually happy without actually loving the person. So that's different. T1000 said, not trying to offend Omar, just like to understand. Hold on. Understand where people are coming from. Yes. That's the point of having a topic on a platform is that you, instead of you sitting in the house having your thoughts to yourself, you bring it out and then it's open up to the world. Even if it's only 5-10 people in the chat, we open it up and then people want to chat and they want to give their opinions. They want to give their opinions. Darius said, I think she's in the... Oh, don't say she's in the chat, Omar. I mean, Darius, don't tell Omar that. Let me see. Stop Darius right. Trying to get him in trouble. Black Coffee said, to me, dating is meeting and getting to know people. Some of these stories sound like relationships. How long are we... How long are we nowadays? What you mean, Black Coffee? How long are we nowadays? Omar, can you tell me how long you been with the person? How long have you been with the person? Has it been a long time? Maybe it haven't been that long, y'all. Darius said, I hope Omar your real name. And bro just said, people confuse happiness with contentment. Omar, what you feel about that? Do you, when you read Ambrosia's comment, Do you think that you're confusing it with contentment, or no, it's what you said, you're happy? Let me know which one. Omar said, TMC, she's a nice person, also works hard for a woman, and add, I truly add to admire her work and attitude. Okay. OG said, I'm a black man that was born in 1977 and came up in the 80s and 90s. That means, well, I'm see, two strings at a, oh my, I cannot. OG, let me see. Let me see. Yo Gotti, wait, figure that in if you, figure, figure that if you deal with me, if you, devoid, if you devoid of that, oh, okay. Black Coffee was said. Black Coffee, why did they hide your comment? All you said was the word dating. I don't know what YouTube is doing right now. Okay, let me see. OG said, I'm a product of my environment. Okay. All right. T1000 said, Too Short. Hell no. Yes. Well, I grew up with Too Short. I grew up with all the people he was saying. That was my era of people. So I get where he coming from. I get where he coming from. Let me see. Um, Let me see. OG said, what's my favorite? OG, don't get started in here. Do not get started in here. And I'll tell you, I know T1000 laughing. I know she laughing. OG is a mess. TMC said, that's awesome, Omar. Again, conversation is key. Now, how would you feel if she wanted more from the relationship? I think he said well, he didn't actually say that she wanted more from the relationship. It seems like they're in a relationship. I don't know, of course, but it sounds like they're in a relationship. And he's saying, I'm happy with the person, but I'm just not into her. But I'm making it work. I don't love her. She's a very good person. And he's not willing to lose her just because he doesn't have the feelings of love for her. That's how he explained it so far. Omar said, Darius, I hope not. Let me say, Brody said, so basically, you're a whole problem out here, OG. Right, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Omar said, she honestly think, okay, but Omar, I asked you before, do you tell her you love her? That's what I asked you. Do you tell her? Now, people can think whatever they want, but do you actually tell her that you love her? T1000 said, you can't even play with OG. Right, right. Darius said, is dating a relationship? But okay, so technically, okay, I guess people will use it interchangeably, right? But I'm thinking like if I stop to think about it, I would think of it as dating being you date until you decide if you want to be in a exclusive relationship or whatever kind of relationship y'all gonna have. You date until you say, come to a conclusion together that, okay, we're deciding that we're going to be in a relationship. That's what I think. Y'all tell me if y'all think something different, because people have different meanings for it. They may say, I'm with someone, I'm dating someone. Like, I can't date you because I'm dating someone kind of thing. So tell me what y'all think. Omar said, because I showed her my respect. Okay. Hey, Shake him up. Hey, get my chat. In the bushes listening and playing. Oh, Shake him up love to come in here teasing me. She loved to come in here teasing me. Let me see. Kayla said, hey, T1000. Bro just said, Omar, if she actually asks you if you love her, would you tell her the truth? That's what I want to know. Omar will not answer my question so far. Hey, Shake T1000 said, Omar said she never argues much. She can act up at times, but other than that, she's cool. Omar, did you tell her you love her? T1000 said, good, bro. Let me see. Kayla said, I think he loves the fact of having her, but not in love. That's what it sounds like. I think that's what he was saying earlier. OG said, Ambrosia, absolutely not. My whole point is that I'm upfront with who. Wait, let me. Like, I'm upfront with who I am and how I see the world. That ain't got nothing to do with who I'm with. I'm a very upfront person. He said if he got something to say, he just said right, loud and clear. He don't feel like he got to hold his words back. Omar said, I don't tell her, okay, I don't tell her, but wait a minute, I don't tell her, but if she like asks, I like smile or give her a hug, laugh it off. Okay, well, if you don't tell her, I mean, even though people show love, I don't believe nobody words they don't love anyways. I feel like you show love more than anything else. But if she go out of her way and asks you and you avoid saying it back, then I don't feel like you hurt her in no kind of way. I don't feel like you doing anything. She already know. She already know. If you get a chance to do all of that, then she already knows. 2,000 said, "Are you cheating, Omar?" OG said to me, that is the utmost respect I can get. It is. I always tell people, I always told my son, and I always tell, I can take my nephew to tell me. He always say, Aiden, you always told me, tell these women the truth. Because I always told them, stop. You don't have to, like, go around. You ain't never got to lie to them. If they're going to be with you, I don't care if you with 15 people. If they're going to be with you, they're going to be with you. Tell the truth and let them decide and go from there. But I promise you, like, 99% of them are going to stay. And so all his life, he always told me, because I told him that, like, when he was real young and maybe like 20, something like that. And he was like, you always told me all I had to do is tell the truth. And he said that's all he been doing is telling the truth. He said when he started telling the truth, all the extra baggage was gone. He said he was so free from like feeling like he got to be lying to people, sneaking and all of that. He tell them up front. And he said his life has been so much better with just telling them up front. So I definitely believe that. I'm with you with that, OG. That's like the utmost respect. That's all you can do. And if you choose to stay with somebody after they tell you, that's a you problem. It's not a them problem no more. The coffee said, Darius, thank you. How long do you date before it's a relationship? Right. I think they got to be different for every. Some people think love at first sight. Let's get married tomorrow. Then people thinking 6 months is long enough. Some people say I got to know this person 2, 3, 4 years first. Like that might be individual. That's what you come up with as a couple or what you feel like. I think TMC said, Omar, it's all good long as you both on the same page. Some folks will hide that their true feelings. And that could be dangerous sometimes, yes. Because basically you let her know. Look at it and say, wow, oh my gosh. Oh, my brother said shady. OG said, OG said, I'm a take it or leave it type of person because I value someone's time. That's what I'm talking about, OG. He value people's time. He said he value people's time, but I've never had folks stay in a situation, get mad later. And that's when I snap. Like you stay right. I tell you what's up. And then later on, you want to start going off after I've told you what was up. Then no, I'm with you with that. I'm definitely with you with that. Omar said, what have I done, Caitlin? Omar said, T1000 said, that may be the case that she's on board, TMC. Yeah. And also said could be a recipe for disaster. Yeah, but she definitely on board. She's on board. If he's saying that she comes out and asks him, she's not assuming, trying to go with the flow. She asked him and he got to laugh for her. Then she's on board. It sounds like she's on board. Katie said nothing, Omar. Nothing. Just nothing. OG said, we always say you ain't got a lot of kick in, right? But then rarely live it, right? You tell somebody, just don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. They tell you the truth, and then it's a whole problem. What you want? That's what you want. T1000 said the truth will set you free. I said, okay, Caitlin. I just thought you thought what? I thought a little of the wow. You thought a little of the wow? And bro just said, it's one thing not to go out of your way to tell someone an uncomfortable truth. It's another thing to deny your truth when confronted with it. That's true, but he didn't deny it, though. He laughed at her. So I would take it as a denial, but if she liked the laughs, it sounded like. Darius said a couple of days spending time together would let me know if I like you and want to pursue a relationship. Me too, Darius. Like I'm telling you about the most people don't last past the first phone call. Second phone call, it could have been the first phone, a short phone call. The first phone call, I did a little bit longer to see, but by that third, for sure. If the first and second one don't take you out, the third one will definitely let me know if it's worth even having another conversation. I just simply block. Like it don't be worth going through all of the logistics and all the different, all of that, answering 50 million questions when I know I already see what it's about. It just ain't worth it. Let me see. Darius said a couple of days. Okay, I got that. Kayla said, you don't answer because you don't want to lie, Omar. Right. He don't want to lie. He probably want to respect it. Hey, Hennessy came back. Thanks for coming back. Thanks, T1000, for that floating heart. I appreciate you. Hennessy came back and said, hi. Thank you for high five, T1000. Thank you. Caitlin, perhaps T1000 said. Darius said, maybe month of knowing. Thank you, T1000, for that flower. Thanks so much for those gifts. I appreciate you. Darius said, maybe month of knowing each other can turn into a relationship. It depends on, I think it depends on a couple. Where they are, what space they at with relationships, period. Like, I think that's very individual. I really do think that. Thank you, Caitlin. You're such a smart thinker. Omar said, 2000 said, I'm loving the comments. Yes, y'all too funny in here. She hasn't asked yet. And brother, well, no, he said she did ask. He laughed. He laughed. Let me see. Omar said, I never blocked anyone's number, and I got the cell. Really? I'll block people with a heartbeat. Like, especially if I don't know you from Adam, and I think you can't get to me in no kind of way, to scare me in no kind of way, and I have a conversation with you, and it's like way off, I will block you immediately. Like, I'm looking like I'm not even getting ready to get this started. There's no need for you to have my number. Like, none of that. Even though people can't call you from different numbers, I just think that I don't want to be bothered. I'm just not getting ready to be wasting time like that. So, in a heartbeat. Let me see, T1000 said, yes, Ambrosia. Omar said, it's possible some of you in the chat are in the situation without knowing. Oh, it's happening to you. Oh, Omar said, while y'all talking about me, the people y'all with probably ain't even into y'all. Omar clouded in this chat. Omar is clouded in this chat. Darius said, way to pay yourself, pat yourself. What is that? Way to pay yourself on the back. Hey, way to pat yourself on the back. Omar said, nope, I didn't throw any stones. How am I even? This lets you know that the human brain does not need the English language, because the way Omar can miss all those letters and I can kind of like dictate what he's saying, that lets you know that English is not English. Okay, let me see. Hennessy said, I know that's right. Candace said, I really am though, Darius. TMC said, the man is happy with his relationship. So go ahead, Omar. Yeah, do your thing. I wish you and her well. He said he happy. That's when he shut me up when he said he was happy. I thought he was saying he in a relationship. He not happy. He not into her. But if he happy, I can't say nothing. My brother said he tried it. He said anyone can get it. Blocked anytime. Yeah, like, ain't no sense in like pretending. Because if you don't, I'm not getting ready to say it to the person. I'm not bold enough to say it to the person. So, and I don't want to agitate those situations. I just block and it just be over and done with. I'll be doing to people anyways. They don't even know me, so it don't hurt nobody. Yes. Yes, y'all. Okay, so y'all, thank y'all for coming in here. We're about to end this live, y'all. We're about to end this live. I appreciate everybody who came in. I need Omar to catch the beginning of the live in case any of that is some information he might like to hear for whatever reason. Thank you, Omar. Caitlin said, 2000 said, some past experiences, some personal opinions. Yeah, some got personal experiences, right, and some past experiences and personal opinions, right. Omar said, I hope I've let me say, I hope I've been cleared on my topic. I think you have, Omar. As most people were thinking of the benefits. No, we were not. Thank you, T1000, for that heart. We were not thinking. Omar, can you stop saying that till you see the beginning of the live? Till you see how the flow of the live went? You were late on your own topic. So you don't know what the beginning was. I think that you have a clear understanding on how people got into the live and start sharing their opinions based on the beginning of the live. You relate. Let me say, Brody said, great to see you, Godmother. Great to see you too. To a thought. Thank you. Who said that? Shake him up. Thank you for that flower. I appreciate you for that. To 1,000 said, I've enjoyed this conversation. Yes, it was fun. Y'all always make it fun. Great chat, everyone. Our bro just said, even you, Omar. She said, great chat with you too, Omar. TMC said, you did okay, Omar. Best wishes. Yep. OG said, now, I treat folks like adults, even when they are kids. So why I gotta block you? You'll eventually get the vibe and act accordingly. No, I'm not gonna wait for them to keep calling and try to avoid phone calls and try to check to see if that it's that person calling. I'm just gonna block it and be done. I don't want all the extra phone calls. Kayla said, you've been a real Omar. Right, Omar said, like number 40 up. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like. If y'all not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And bro just said, I missed the beginning, so I'll go back. Yeah, go back to the beginning. Darius said, Omar need a computer. His fingers big for the phone. And bro just said, real clear, Caitlin. Right. T1000 said, enjoyed you, Omar. Yes, Omar, they enjoyed you up in here. Omar is funny. Darius, peace, bro. Hennessy said, done raising people. Yes. Great live, Gamma. Thank you, TMC. Ambrosia, right. Omar said, to 1,000. Thanks. You're much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's game night. Tomorrow's game night. If y'all want to come for game night tomorrow, I think I'm doing a panel tomorrow. Hey, I think I'm doing a panel tomorrow. Because the kind of game I'm doing, it has to have somebody up on the panel. So if y'all up for coming up on the panel tomorrow, I'm going to go StreamYard. And we're going to have our regular Thursday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time game night. So the people who are normally here for these late lives, y'all can play the games with us. Come play the games with us. Kayla said, who got the next topic in here? She said, who got the next topic? Shake him up said, good night, Gamma and Chat. Good night, Shake him up. Yes, Kayla said, who has the next topic? Y'all let me know. If y'all don't let me know in this chat, drop it in any one of my comments on my page, and I will come back with it, okay? Good night, everyone. And bro just says, all right, y'all. Y'all have a great night, okay? Break Forever. I see you in there. I see you, Break Forever.